Alrighty, so hello, good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. So I'm kind of excited, but also kind of a little apprehensive today because today I'm going to be starting my next draft of my YA fantasy. So essentially, I wrote the initial part of this, so kind of like the zero draft, I guess, during Nano 2019, and then promptly like deleted half of it and then had to rewrite it. And so I got up to just shy of 100,000 words at the end of May. So that was when I really started doing my live streams from like the last week of April through May. I think it was like the last week of May that I finished the draft. So that was the first draft. And then I have essentially edited, like gone through and made editing notes twice through the entire manuscript. And so if you were here yesterday, you saw me finish the sort of like the re-outlining process. So today I can begin officially the next draft, which I guess is technically the second draft, but it feels like it's kind of the third because mentally I've been rearranging this story the whole time. But it still technically is the second draft. So I'm starting my second draft today. But I also, I took a look at my goals, and I had intended this quarter so that means I still have March, but so in the remaining part of February and March, I had intended to completely draft this next draft and send it out to beta readers and then re-edit during this first 3 months of the year. So if I want to do that, and I should give my, like the people that I've been like, hey, I want you to read this, some time to read it. And then I, of course, will need time to incorporate some things after they give me some feedback. I'm going to need to get this draft done by the end of this month if I want to stick to that timeline. But what that means is, like, I know I'm going to be adding words, but I'm also going to be trying to simplify some of the sentences and stuff. Anyway, make a long story short, if I approximate that this draft is still going to be around 100,000 words, which is very long, I would like to cut it down some, but still, knowing myself, I'm much more likely to add rather than subtract. So 100,000 words. We have 20 days left in February. So I think that means I need to do at least 5,000, if not around 6,000 per day, like no days off. If I'm doing that math correctly. So the past week when I was like, oh yeah, I had a really good day, I wrote 3,000 words. We might have a little bit of a problem, but I guess it just means that I'm going to have to like become more of a morning person. That way I have more actual like hours in the day. I don't know. So anyway, so in my brain this morning, I did the calculation of like, oh, I'm going to have to write at least 5,000 words, or revise at least 5,000 words a day. That's more than the Milwordy like daily word count. It's insane. And then, so I pulled, I know it's so much. And so then I consulted the Oracle deck. And I got the Antelope Spirit. Life is speeding up. So let me just read you this. You are being told unequivocally that it is time to get moving. Set your intentions and take action towards making your dreams real. There is an intensity you can feel, and it's important to take advantage of this energy right now. If you have a plan for your career, writing, or financial abundance, again, got to write the books in order to sell them, now is the time to step it up. Just know that the intentions you have set in motion are coming together now at warp speed. Stay alert and keep up. They're getting interesting when the antelope spirit calls you to get moving. I know. Shadows there, I know. So I think I'm going to have to revise my goal a little bit, but I also know that, you know, they very much know that I am a dawdler. And so having me doing the calculation of going like, that's not possible, and then pulling cards like, giddy up, girl. I'm like, oh, shit. So that's kind of the apprehension side of my emotions this morning. I'm like, it's a lot. So, so I don't know what I'm going to do this month, but essentially, I think I'm going to have to get up earlier in the mornings is what the card is telling me, so that I can like get some more done. But yeah, so that's kind of like what the cards are telling me this morning. I don't know if the message is also appropriate for somebody else, although hopefully on a slightly smaller scale than what the card seems to be telling me. So that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know what I'm going to do. So, but I mean, I know I'm going to write. That's like the whole point of today. So I'm going to, so I have my, in my journal, I've gone ahead and I've made an adjustment for, I don't know if you can see that. So I have a 2K and a 5K box. So I'm going to aim for 2K. And then once I get that, we'll see how I feel. And also the weather is really nice today. So I think after the stream, I'm going to go for a walk and sort of collect my thoughts. But yeah, that's how I am this morning. Is kind of like, I need to do a lot of work. So hi, that's where I'm in. So Elizabeth says, hello. Oh my God, the llamas. In the thumbnail, you will be working on grading papers this evening. The house is spotless since you've been procrastinating all day. Ooh, gotta love a good clean house though. Charlie says, hey. Hello, Charlie. Sonia says, I'm still rewriting your first book. Same. Becca says, hello, everyone. Hello, Becca. Devin says, howdy. Courtney says, working on my zero draft. Yay. Love the little sun emoji. Laura submitted another story last night. Yay. I will cross my fingers. Cross my fingers for Laura's story. CB says, I am watching Les Mis right now, when it's over, I will write. It's almost finished. Gotcha. Charlie says, I'm still growing this zero draft. With each pass, I'm understanding the story and the characters more. This method is very different for me. I hope it works. Awesome. Rosalind says, hello. Waves. Vanya Deli says, hello, I'm sorting out my hair, but hopefully I can join in the next sprint. I've got some cherry tea today, ready to go. Very nice. I've had coffee, just 1 cup, and water, and breakfast, of course. Laura says, hey. Hello. And the Shadows Lair says, hello. CB, I can't wait to see this on the stage in November. Les Mis, yes. It'd be very nice. Cheryl, hello. Okay, so I wanted to ask you, is your first name pronounced more of with an S sound or more of with the harder CH? One of my aunt by marriage has a sister, so I guess technically like second degree aunt, and her first name is Cheryl. So when I see the name, normally like in the South, it's usually pronounced Cheryl, but I never know because I have the second aunt, and I'm like, I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. So do tell me, and I've been meaning to ask you this, and I apologize for waiting so long to ask you this. Megan says, hello. Did you enjoy your birthday yesterday? It was yesterday, right? Yes. My brain, sorry. You're working on your plan for the week. You're feeling really scattered. That is definitely, it is. It's a lot of words. Yeah, scattered is definitely kind of how my brain feels this morning, which is not good for this plan of like so many words per day. Yeah, it does not sound sane at all. It's so much. I know. B.A. Pascar is sneaking in. Not sure how long you can stay, maybe just popping in and out, but you're working on your new project today, and you're so excited. Yay! The cards are on your side. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. This particular deck has been very good about like feeling relevant to me. And I think that is kind of nice when you get a deck that actually like resonates with you, because I have some decks that I'm like, oh my God, I love you, but they don't necessarily resonate with me. That was kind of like the first deck that I ever bought. I bought because it had dragons and it was watercolor, and I was just like, oh, they're so pretty, but it never really felt like it was the right kind of mess. Like every time when I did readings for other people, it was fine, but for myself it was not. So it's weird. The cards are trying to kill you. Just maybe. So it's like, that's not possible. You need to remember sleep and self-care. Yes. Well, I dawdle on a lot of things, so it might be possible. I don't know. No, probably not. Probably not. Even if you don't manage 6K a day, you're likely to be productive and make good progress. Yes. That is the goal. That's the ultimate goal. Get ready to dance, y'all. We're going to step up. You got the music on. Let's keep to the beat, pretty much. Yes. You can do it. Thank you. I hope so. I hope it'll be good. But yes, you just pulled a card in your deck, and it's Ant. The Ant card. Be patient. Honor the present moment. Find the joy in the now. Just remember the ant in the antelope. Yes. Yes. I like that. Your new project is based on one of Laura's prompts. Ooh, yay. Yes, if you do not know, Laura Nettles has a website, and she's been posting horror prompts every Saturday for several Saturdays in a row, and they are quite fun. You're honored. Yay. Okay, so it's a softer Cheryl. Okay, gotcha. Yay. Thank you for that. So Megan says, you had so much fun for your birthday. Yay. Excellent. Okay, so B.A. Pascar has an announcement video, 6 p.m. Eastern today on the channel, on B.A.'s channel. 24 years ago, yesterday, I was in the chorus of a Les Mis concert at school. Wow, y'all did Les Mis? That's impressive. Hello, lovelies. Don't know how long you'll be with us, but the power has been off twice this morning. Oh no, stay warm. Stay warm, stay safe. And also, the Loving Llamas and the sloth sweethearts are in the thumbnails. So there we go. Hopefully that makes you entertained. So Becca says, I have decks like that. You love them so much, but every time you do a reading, it's gobbledygook. Yeah. Yeah. And it made no sense that it was like it would read fine for other people, but not for me, which is weird. And so I had several friends who, when I did readings for them, they're like, whoa, this is scarily accurate. But whenever I did it for me, it was just crap. It was just crap. And just strange nothingness. So you've submitted 3 short stories so far this month, 5 more to finish drafting, get edits, and submit this month. Wow, that's a lot. And 2 more to brainstorm for next month. So we're all busy. So speaking of busy, I think in light of what I want to do today, and also just sort of like getting some of the bookmarks and sort of like navigation things set up, I am going to set the first timer for a 25-minute. So we'll just go straight into the Pomodoro. And I think we'll be using Tomato Tom today because he's cute. Okay. And I think I've been out of focus ever since I showed my bullet journal. So, okay. So 25 minutes of Tomato Tom being fully at work. And so, reminders first. Always do the reminders first. 1, if you have been working already this morning, save your document. 2, make sure that you have something to hydrate with. Go ahead and take a sip if you'd like. And 3, make sure you straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back for a posture check. Don't hunch. And 4, if you need a break, make sure you take one. If you need a snack, make sure you get one. Take care of yourself as you are writing. These are your 4 reminders. So we can now get started in 3. Did I share the audio for this? Sorry. Brain moment. Share the screen. Chrome tab. Check the share audio. There we go. Okay. That way you will be able to hear it the same time I do. Okay. So 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So I have revised 905 words. That's a good start. Definitely a good start. So I've done the prologue, and I've started on the first scene, catching some typos, all the things that I had sort of earmarked. I think I have rephrased a couple things to be a lot more appropriate for what I have later, all that kind of stuff. So 905 words, really good. So yeah, but that definitely went by very fast, Cheryl. That was for sure. Like, I was like, all right, how much time do I have left? I looked up and I was like, 1:25. And I'm like, oh, okay then. So yeah, doing good. Okay, let me set up a little timer. That way I don't go over. I mean, we can always go back to work before the 5-minute timer is up. In fact, we may do so. But for the meantime, Tomato Tom can have a little dance party over there. So yeah. So I've redone the prologue. I think I still need to go back and fix sort of like the capitalization, because I think I remembered to capitalize all the instances of the Sky Father being like the king of the gods, but I did not capitalize the Sun God and the Gray God, which are the other two sort of like main gods that we will be dealing with in this story. So I think I've got to fix that, but that may be for later, you know. When I for a day. Okay, let's see how y'all did. So Becca said, yeah, same with a couple of your tarot decks. You ended up just giving the deck to the friends who had the really accurate readings. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. CB says we didn't quiz or have costumes, but we did do the very big numbers. Gotcha. Charlie says, focus? What is this focus you speak of? Oh, yeah. Yes, the self-care reminders are very important, especially since I tend to hunch a great deal and not drink enough if I don't remind myself. So, you know, you get to benefit from my own nagging reminders to myself. Speaking of which, save your document. Now that you've been working, save your... Hello! It was totally a Sid moment where I forgot to share the audio earlier. Yes. So, Annuel writes books. Hello. How are you? Hope you're doing well. And okay, you said, where was it? Doing well, trying to get the words in. Excellent. Yay. And Laura says, I have anointed my chili with sour cream. Hallelujah. Very nice. Vanya says, I haven't been able to get my extremely thick and curly hair straightened since the pandemic began. It takes hours to wash and brush. Yeah, that is definitely a drawback of curly hair. From not really as much myself, you know, but from speaking to my friends who do have naturally very curly hair, it definitely takes a lot more time and routine than mine does. So CB is having dinner. Went by so fast. Elizabeth's also second that. So fast. Cheryl says, still working on the goals for the week. Excellent. Good. Making progress, though, hopefully. Elizabeth says, I saw that I had not put some stuff on the Google Classroom, so you wrestled with that. Megan got on Twitter, did nothing productive that sprint. You checked social media. You now know more of what is going on in the Twitter sphere than I do. which is not hard because I rarely ever check it. But I do have one, which I think you can see on the little screen. So the Shadow Slayer says, did language lessons during the sprint, both Chinese and Spanish. Very nice. Laura's watching a movie for reference on how to light a certain set. Ooh, very nice. CB says, I'm just finishing dinner, alphabet soup, and 2 potato waffles with cheese. And there's also a little bit of soup left, so you're going to go grab that. Very nice. Sounds like a nice rounded dinner. Charlie says, 284. You're almost finished with this pass of the zero draft. Nice. Heather says, hello, how are you? Curly girl method? Maybe you should. Yeah. Definitely detangling in the shower is what I hear from my curly friends the most. Research. Now you've picked a popular snack in the time period of your new project. Ooh, time periods. So much fun. All right, let's get back to work then. Tomato Tom is probably tired of dancing. So let's get to the second sprinty sprint. Okay. Reminders. 1, save your document if you haven't already. 2, make sure that you drink something. 3, straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back. 4, make sure that if you need a break to stand up, stretch, walk around, make sure that you are taking care of yourself well. Okay. Those are your 4 reminders, and we can now put Tomato Tom and ourselves back to work in 3, 2, 1, go. Maybe. Oh dear. Did it freeze? It did. It froze. Go. All right. Okay, the second sprint. Party. 500 words exactly. I was at 905. Now I'm at 14.5. So that sprint was definitely a little bit slower because there's a little bit more of a rework to this. The prologue was already decently tight, I think. This scene, like the first scene, of course, that I needed to add a character, at least briefly. And so there's sort of some reworking of the scene. So yeah, so I've gotten 500 words, which is nice for that sprint. That's good. So yeah, so 1405 words thus far for the stream, which feels yeah. So I'm also like, I don't know. So I had a couple of your names. So Inuel, I modified your first name, and so I have Inuela as a first name, and then Vanya Dali, I've sort of switched around and said Delvanya as a last name. So I have Granny Inuela Delvanya, so Granny Innie, as the former director of the orphanage. So there you go. I'm stealing your names in some form or fashion. So yes, I also stole Dewey from Heather as a last name for one of the townspeople. So yeah, I'm just, just be aware if you attend my stream, I'm likely to steal your name. So yeah. So save your documents if you haven't already, and make sure you drink some of whatever you hydrate. Take a break. How we doing? How we doing? Okay. So let me sort of pop back up. Okay, so Becca said, dang it, my computer mute, so you missed the talking part. It turned out to be an hour sprint for you. CB is regaling us with some facts. Dina Menzel played Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz when she was in the 4th grade, and then she went on to play the Wicked Witch of the West in Wicked. Nice. Ellie Vera said hi, and also, so tired, I'm considering laying down and writing later. You could. Naps are good. Naps are very good. Oh no, you forgot your morning medication. Oh no, make sure you take that. Stacy says, I need to leave in about 15 minutes. I am tired and don't, but this is not an optional trip. Coffee? Energy drink? Soda? Something? Sometimes just moving, so maybe some jumping jacks or something. Vanya wrote 3 pages in your notebook. Now you're going to work on editing for your friend. Excellent. And Elizabeth says, trying to wrap my head around how to give feedback to these analysis of poems. Yeah, that's always fun too. Yes, it is very good. I'm excited about it. So Courtney says 783. Ooh, but 3,381 so far this stream. Very nice. That is awesome. Time to go lunch. And Olivia says, yay, congrats. Yes, that is an awesome number, Courtney. Naming things is so fun. Yes. Yes, it is. So Becca says, you're really outlining your next project and you're about halfway done. Excellent. Heather finished 2 watercolor heart paintings on mixed media paper and did some research for your presentation. Very nice. StreamYard is not letting me scroll. Where are you? The series. Yay! It's time to go through a growth spurt into the draft. Excellent. Yeah, Becca loves stealing names. Yes. Yay! I'm glad y'all don't mind. And Vanya made a fresh pot of cherry tea. You're feeling motivated. Yeah. Excellent. Elvira says, you're doing your review of lab work for today. Laura pulled out the chocolate chip cookie dough for a snack. I don't blame you. Megan says, I worked on beta reading questions, almost done, but there are quite a few. Very nice. And Diane says, hello. Welcome. You are just in time for us to put Tomato Tom back to work. So, Tomato Tom needs to go from the dance party back to his computer. Okay. All right. So that was the second sprint already, so we need to change the banner to the third sprint. Remember your reminders. That just seems really weird. I don't know why I just said that. Anyway, 1, save your document. 2, make sure that you drink something. I'm almost done with my water, so I might disappear for a few seconds to refill my glass. 3, straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back for a posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a stretch break, a walk around break, or you need a snack, make sure that you take one. Make sure you take care of yourself as you are writing and being productive. Okay, those are our reminders. Hopefully I can at least break the 2K mark. That's 600 words from now. Crossing my fingers. All right, let's get going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I am 69 words short of 2K. So I'm at 1831. So I did not get the 600, but I did get 500 and 520 some-ish, something around there. I'm trying to remember. Let me save my document real quick. I'm trying to remember if there is anybody who starts at 3 o'clock today, or if we could maybe sneak in. Okay. I see that Sarah, HK, Word, Stitch, and Glory are all starting at 4. So I think we might be safe to run over for a fourth sprint, a fourth Pomodoro, if y'all are interested. Because I'd like to do just a little bit more work. Just a little. But if y'all have to go, I definitely understand. Let me go ahead and put this playlist link in the chat in case y'all need to head somewhere but want to have the link for writing a little bit later today. Okay, yes, okay, y'all are voting, so we will do a fourth Pomodoro. So let's get Tomato Tom dancing. Don't forget to save, y'all. Save. Yeah, I've run across the thing that I sort of questioned myself with last time. I was intending to make this more of like parallel structure, but it kind of reads annoyingly. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to have to fix that later though. Because right now I just want to like get the main part of the draft done. So, okay. So Devin says Blue Hotel is, so you can also pop over to Blue Hotel if you want. Okay. Cheryl says, need your help. I've narrowed down your protagonist name to either or Lydia for short. She is a Dreamwalker in your Dreamwalker and Shifter series. So Risa or Lydia for most of the time. Risa or Lydia? I kind of like Risa. I think of the two of those, I think I prefer Risa. Even of the two shorter ones, I think I prefer Risa. That's my thoughts. So Megan says she also likes Risa, and so does Vera. But Eva chimes in and says, I like Lydiana. So, but Elizabeth says, I like Lydiana, but not the short version. Right. So still kind of half and half. Okay. So, okay. So Stacy had to go. Diane was moving everything into the bedroom so that the puppy could come and stay warm rather than laying on the cold floor in your usual workspace. Shadows Lair says, working on a part of my novel where the protagonist is speaking with a messenger sent by the anti-hero and realized you had a lore consistency problem. Okay, so you have a protagonist and you have an anti-hero, or do you mean the antagonist? Because usually anti-hero is still the protagonist, but they lack the heroic qualities that are typical for a protagonist. So that's just like a brain thing that my sort of like what my brain says. the nickname Allie instead of Lydia. Justiva says, Lydia reminds me of a cousin, so same, but for biased reasons. You like a Lydiana, but short to Lydia makes you prefer Risa. Yeah. If you want a more unique. So, okay, so you could start it with Idia instead of Lydia, or rather than Allie. Heather says, well, research was done. I'll let this run, whatever happens, but I need to get a shower. Excellent. Okay, antagonist. Gotcha. Gotcha. You think you like Risa, maybe Allie. Thanks for the thoughts. Okay. Allie Risa. But so with this though, my brain would still try and figure out whether or not I would say Ali Risa or Alirisa. So like there's a question of how you pronounce this. And I'm not sure what everybody's instinct would be if you just first saw this name. So there's that. I don't know if that helps. You like it? Yay! You love that you okay, good, yay. Everyone that comes on your live streams knows that there's a disclaimer that your names may be used in the story. Yes, absolutely. Diane says, notes have been typed where needed. This is good. Excellent. And on that note, let's sneak in our extra sprint that is not normal. I want to get the work done. I want to work. But this will be the last sprint. So there is that. Okay. So your reminders. 1, save your document. Make sure that after all this work, you save it. 2, make sure that you have something to drink. I have refilled my water glass, so we are good to go. 3, make sure you straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back. Do a posture check. And 4, if you need a longer break, because we have been here for a while, or if you need a snack, please make sure you take care of yourself. We can now get started in 3, 2, 1, go! Okay. That was the end of our 4th sprint, or end of our extra sprint. I had just finished a sentence, so I was able to hit the period button. And so I have written 2,523 words for the stream, which is about half-ish of what I had kind of calculated I needed for the day. So I've got some work for this evening to do. But I'm very pleased with the work that I have done. I have rewritten the majority of, I would say the majority, but I guess about half of this first scene. I have sort of created a split where I need to add in a little bit, essentially a different scene where I have a little bit more of the status quo picture of the initial life of the character. And then I can move on to the sort of like invocation ceremony that awakens the magic and all that kind of fun stuff. And also where he sort of like first hears the gray god. So I am super excited. I've made a great deal of progress. So thank you so much for coming along with me. That is fantastic for the day. Even if I don't get much written this evening, this is great. I am super, super pleased to have written so much already today. I am going to go for a walk after this because, you know, get some of this adrenaline out. But also just because the weather is actually nice and sunny, and I feel like, you know, it's an opportunity to get out of the house. So, yeah. So I'm feeling super pleased. Don't forget to save, y'all. Save every document that you have opened if you are like me and have 5 open. Because I do. So yes, because I have the original draft, the 0 draft open. I have the sort of like document where I had started things but hadn't quite liked with the way they went. I have my corrections list. I have the document where I'm writing this. So I have a lot of things open. Okay, so Heather and Shadow's Lair like the 5-minute timers for the break times. Those are awesome. Yes, they help keep you on track. Elizabeth says, I gave up on grading and got 282 fun words instead. Yay! That is good. But yes, the grading does have to happen. Yeah, I know how that goes. So, but yes, fun words. Fun words are good. Cheryl says, thanks so much. I got a good amount of work done on my goals. Excellent. Ellie Vera wrote a post for Instagram. Your first real writing since the start of the new year. Hooray for overcoming the slump. Hooray! Yes, that slump is real. After Nano, I had those 2 months, so December and January, where my word counts were quite low compared to what I had gotten used to seeing since August. So the Shadow's Lair got 189 words that time. Nice. Diane says it's 12 degrees here. I think it's supposed to get up into the 60s today. Like at this point, the temperature is going to start falling, which is why I would like to go ahead and get a walk in. It is currently 50. Ooh, tomorrow's supposed to get up to 66. Nice. Tomorrow's going to be a good day for a walk, too. Wednesday is supposed to rain. Don't like that. Cheryl said, it just started snowing here. No snow here in Georgia. Probably not until the Lunar New Year, because that's my friend's birthday, and there's always a storm right around her birthday. So probably the end of this week, there will be a storm here in Georgia, because that's just how her birthday rolls. It's 14 degrees, slightly better, marginally. Charlie says, thank you for the stream. I'm so excited to figure this story out. Yay! Do you often take a day off when writing a project? So I still try and take 2 days of the week for like a weekend. Sort of if I'm treating this as like a, full-time author job thing, I try to take 2 days for like errands and laundry, and like during those days I'll do something like gaming or reading instead. But I think it just kind of depends. Occasionally I will get into a place where like I feel the need to write like every day for 10 days in a row. But generally having a day off is nice. But because I stream sort of like every other day, at least one of my weekend days is always sort of like occupied by writing. So I generally like Tuesdays and Thursdays are kind of like errand and off days for me, as well as Saturdays. So, but Saturdays I generally do some writing related or writing adjacent things. So BA says, move some things from paper into Campfire for your new project. Excellent. You're welcome for the stream. That extra sprint helped a lot. Yes. Yes, I can't do it all the time because there are some people who start streaming at 3, but I did not see any of the usuals who had one scheduled for 3 o'clock, so I felt like I was safe to do it. So, yay. All right. Thank you again for joining me. And let me, do I still have Devon's list up? Yes. Okay. So once again, here is Devon's playlist, which is the most accurate thing at this point for all of the other streams that happen during the day. So I will leave you with Devon's playlist, and there are 4 or 5 streams that start in half an hour, so you have a half an hour break if you want. Before Glory Writes the Blues with the Awkward Sibling Hour, talks about autism and romantic relationships. Word Stitch normally starts at 4 p.m. as well. HK Darkwood is doing a stream, and Sarah Cahill, formerly known as I Got a Blank Page, is doing the Climb the Ladder sprints. So those all start at 4 p.m. So you have half an hour, slightly less than. All right, I will see y'all on Wednesday is the next time that I'm streaming, but I will hopefully see y'all in the chats. All right, I will see y'all later. Bye.